Hello everyone, my name is Bipasha Saikia, and by now most of you might know that I love sharing Alokik stories from all over the world. Today the story that I'll be sharing with you is a little special because this particular incident had taken place in my place, that is Assam. The year was 1969 and a judge was given his last posting in the state of Assam, Dhubri, and with the arrival of this person and his family into this small town, the people of Dhubri had no effing idea that they were about to witness one of the most notorious crimes to have been committed in the state of Assam. When we have a look at the family photo of the Rajkaur family, they seem like a very normal family and very happy too. So let us assume for the time being that this is a happy family. Now this seemingly happy family was actually gearing up for the retirement of the father. The father was set to retire in the month of February in the year 1970, and due to this very reason, his wife and their daughters had decided to join him in his last few days of his service left. But fortunately or unfortunately, the bungalow that was allotted to them was under construction, and due to this very reason, his wife Putuli Rajkwa and their three daughters Nirmali Rajkwa, Jonali Rajkwa and Rooplekha Rajkwa had failed to join him during his initial days of the posting. So Upendra Rajkwa was living all alone at the circuit house by himself in the initial few months of the posting. Meanwhile, his wife and the three daughters were living at their mama's place in Guwahati. Now, one of the other reasons why they were living in Guwahati was also because the younger girls, that is Jonali Rajkwa and Rooplekha Rajkwa, were also pursuing their higher education from Guwahati itself. Now, as God would have it, the construction of the bungalow got completed in the month of October, which coincidentally coincided with that of the Durga Puja. So, during the Durga Puja vacation, the girls along with their mothers visited Upendra Rajkwa. We all know what Durga Puja means in India. Durga Puja is the time that we all wait for to have fun. We go for pandal hopping, we do shopping, we talk, we laugh, we pray, we eat, we do everything during Durga Puja, right? So this is exactly what the Rajkwa family also did, and they had a very good time. However, every good thing has to come to an end, and that is exactly what happened here too. The vacation ended, and with that, the younger girls went back to Guwahati, leaving behind their mother and their eldest sister with their father. Now, the days that followed after this were pretty normal. Just like in any household, the father was waking up every day, he was going to do his duty, and the mother was busy doing household chores, and on the other hand, the eldest daughter was also very dutiful towards her parents. But he had ever heard them quarreling about Mara PT and all. Well, anyways, on 14th of February, Upendra Rajkwa decided that they need to go for a family trip. So he calls up his brother-in-law in Guwahati and asks them to send the younger two girls, that is Jonali and Rooplekha, to Dhubri because he is planning a family trip to Darjeeling. Now, Bharata Charan was a little concerned because he said that, see, the girls are in their final year and their semester examinations are just nearby, so maybe we should stall this family trip and they should focus on their education. But then the Upendra Rajkwa was like, no, I want to go to this trip. I have been planning for this trip for a long time. Send them. We want to go to Darjeeling. Then Bharata was also like, okay, fine. What can I do? You are the father. You can make the call for your daughter. I'm just mama. I'm not the papa, right? So you make the call what you want to do. So he sent the girls on that very day, and in the evening they were received by Upendra Rajkwa in Dhubri. Now, once that was done, they were getting off for the trip in Darjeeling. And thereafter, on 24th of February, Bharata Charan again receives a call from Upendra Rajkwa, and this time Upendra Rajkwa had another request. This time he requested him to vacate the rented apartment in Guwahati and told him that they are planning to tour the North Indian parts of India, and due to this very reason, they have no chance or no plans of coming back to Guwahati, so he can just vacate that flat. Then again Bharata was like, okay fine जीजा जी, आप जैसा बोलोगे मैं वैसे ही करूँगा. आपने आदेश दिया और मैं बस उसका आज्ञा पालन करता रहूँगा. So he did the same thing as us. But here also he was a little concerned what is going to happen, whether the girls are going to sit for the exams or not. And then again there was no answer. He was like, wait, I'll let you know whether they will come for exams or not. However, this answer also he got very soon. After 2 or 3 days, Bharata Charan Sharma received 2 letters from Upendra Rajkwa, and in the letters he had clearly mentioned that the girls are not going to sit for their exams and that he has some urgent meeting to attend in Delhi. Due to this reason, his wife and their daughters are also going with him to Delhi. Now, Bharata was very angry about this. He thought that ऐसा भी क्या urgent काम है तुमको कि बच्चों का एग्जाम छुड़वा करके आप उसको दिल्ली लेके जा रहे हो. And anyways, this is something official. This is your business. Why are you dragging the girls along with them? But then it was 1970s. You couldn't have stand up against your jijaji. You know, he's your in-law. He's your sister's husband. You wouldn't fight with him, right? Because there will be consequences. So he was also like, okay, fine. You are the head of the family. Do whatever you want to do. You don't want your daughters to sit for the exam. Don't let them sit. Then what can I do? मैं क्या ही बोलूँ अब इसमें? So he was like, okay, fine. Do whatever you want to do. But from there on, slowly he started noticing that Upendra Rajpal was getting a little weird, you know, वो कुछ इस तरह से behave कर रहा था जैसे उसको contact नहीं रखना है भरत चरण शर्मा के साथ. And he was acting a little weird. He was not picking up his calls. So Bharata was a little concerned about the safety of his sister and his nieces. And he also thought कि भाई इनके घर में कुछ आपसी झगड़े हो रहे होंगे, family arguments हो रहे होंगे, कुछ तो हो रहा है, कुछ तो dysfunction है, कुछ तो disharmony है family के अंदर, and I need to solve it. So he started frequently calling his brother-in-law and used to ask to give the phone to his sister also. And Upendra would always make some or the other excuses that they are not at home, they went shopping, they are at a party, they are doing this, they are doing that, dimkana, falana, ye, wo, kuch na kuch wo bolte rehta tha. So Bharata was slowly losing his mind and he was thinking that no, I need to go to Dhubri and I need to check upon my sister because something weird is going on in their house. I need to check upon them. Now again, Bharata Charan Sharma, he himself was a policeman. He was the DIG. So उनके पास भी उतना टाइम था नहीं. He himself was a very busy person. तो उतना टाइम उनको मिला नहीं. और जब तक उनको टाइम मिला बहुत लेट हो चुका था. क्योंकि in the month of April, the whole family suddenly vanished. Nobody knew where the Rajpal family was. Nobody had any idea where this family went. And Bharata was not able to contact his brother-in-law. So he was going crazy कि ये आदमी कर क्या रहा है. ना मेरे को मेरी बहनों से बात करने देता है, ना मुझे मेरी भांजियों से बात करने देता, और अब ये खुद भी गायब हो गया. अब तो मुझे जाना ही पड़ेगा. सो ही फाइनली डिसाइडेड टू गो टू धुबरी एंड चेक कि आखिर चल क्या रहा है. तो जब वो धुबरी गए तो वहाँ पर वो उनके जितने भी स्टाफ मेंबर्स थे उपेंद्र के, उन सब से मिले. और जब मिले, द फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन ही हैड आस्क्ड, डिड यू नोटिस एनीथिंग? एंड देयर आंसर वाज नो सर, वी हैव नेवर सीन एनीथिंग बैड. घर में कभी कोई झगड़ा नहीं, कभी आर्ग्यूमेंट नहीं. एवरीथिंग वाज नॉर्मल. एवरीबॉडी वाज ऑलवेज लाफिंग, टॉकिंग, स्माइलिंग, ईटिंग जस्ट लाइक अ नॉर्मल फैमिली. कभी तो हमने ऐसा कुछ नोटिस नहीं किया. तभी उनमें से जो पियोन था बिगान, ही सेड, बट सर देयर इज वन थिंग दैट आई वांट टू टेल यू. तो Bharata was like, what? क्या इन्फॉर्मेशन है तुम्हारे पास? He said that the Sahib had started acting a little erratic in the month of January. जनवरी से वो थोड़ा weird behave करने लगे थे. तो he asked him, by weird what do you mean? Was he losing his mind or something? Then he was like, no. He was just making weird requests and demands from us. So he asked, what kind of request? तो वो बताते हैं कि on 14 January, now 14 January is a very auspicious time for the SMS people. On this very day we celebrate Magh Bihu. So it was the day of Magh Bihu when Upendra Rajpal had made a request to his peon and asked him to uproot a tree that is near the bathroom. तो उन्होंने उस बाथरूम के सामने से उस पेड़ को जड़ से उखाड़ फेंकने के लिए कहा, और साथ ही कहा कि वहाँ पर जो पिट है उस पिट को और खान दो और उसको पूरा खाली कर दो. So the peon had asked, the peon began, he asked him कि आपको क्या करना है इस पिट के अंदर. तो he told them that I want to plant some flowers here. मुझे कुछ plants उगाने, तो इसको तुम खाली रहने दो और इसको कभी भी किसी को fill करने मत देना जब तक वो seeds ना आए. तो he was like, okay fine sir, आप जैसा बोले हम इसको fill नहीं करेंगे. Now after 2-3 days he again asked his Mali Shahid to do the same thing in the east side of the Radha quarter. तो वहाँ पर भी exactly ऐसा ही और एक पिट खुदवाया गया. अब ये सब जब हो गया तो वो बोलते हैं कि इसके बाद भी एवरीथिंग वाज नॉर्मल. सब लोग अपना काम कर रहे थे, सब हंसी खुशी जी रहे थे, और हमने तो कभी उपेंद्र सर को गुस्सा करते हुए देखा ही नहीं था. बट एक दिन वो बहुत ज़्यादा गुस्सा हो गए थे. तो इन्होंने पूछा कि वो कौन सा दिन था. तो वो बताते हैं कि एक्चुअली में क्या था, जो बाथरूम के पास जो पिट बनाया था, उस पिट से निर्माली को और पुतली को बहुत ज़्यादा प्रॉब्लम होता था. They didn't like the pit. They were like, this is just near the bathroom, so we are not comfortable in using it. Please fill it up. अब उसी दिन जो उपेंद्र राजपा थे वो बाथरूम के अंदर थे जब ये पिट को फिल करवाया गया. Once he came out of the bathroom, he saw, जब उन्होंने देखा कि वो जो पिट था वो पूरा फिल कर दिया गया, he lost his temper and he started shouting at everybody, how dare you fill it up when I had directed you that you are not supposed to fill it up. You are not supposed to fill it up. Who has asked you to do it? अभी के अभी इसको पूरा खाली करो. और दोबारा उसको खुदवाया गया और उस गड्ढे को दोबारा खान दिया. तो ये सब करने के बाद एक जो चीज़ मेरे दिमाग में आया वो ये था कि भाई तुमको क्या है, तुमको प्लांट ही तो उगाना है ना, तो तुम कहीं और उगा लो, तुमको बाथरूम के पास ही क्यों उगाना है? और अगर तुम्हारी बच्ची को, तुम्हारी बीवी को इतना प्रॉब्लम है उस जगह से, देन व्हाई द हेल डू यू वांट टू प्लांट दी फ्लावर्स देयर ओनली? मतलब बाथरूम के अलावा तुमको कोई और जगह अच्छा ही नहीं लग रहा है। एंड यू नो व्हाट ही वांटेड टू plant there when he was asked by Shahid कि सर आप कौन सा फूल लगाने वाले हो, he had said that from कुछ बिहार I have ordered some special seeds that those are coming, मैं लोटस लगाने वाला हूँ यहाँ पर। तो वो लोटस उगाने वाले थे वहाँ पर भाई साहब, सोचो। एंड सबसे वियर्ड पार्ट था, लेस देन 1 मंथ बाकी था उनका रिटायरमेंट होने के लिए, एंड समहाउ सडनली ही इज ऑन फुल जोश कि नहीं भाई जाने से पहले तो मैं ये एरिया पूरा फूलों से भरा के जाऊंगा, मैं डेकोरेट करके जाऊंगा। एंड आई डोंट थिंक सो उस 1 महीने के अंदर कुछ पौधा भी निकलने वाला था, बट ठीक है भाई, लोगों का शौक होता है, he wanted to do it so he did it. Well anyways, this is the weird thing he noticed. And then Barada was like, no, this is not something like epic वाला weird नहीं है। हाँ, लोग करते हैं ऐसे कुछ कुछ मतलब वियर्ड चीजें विच इज बियॉन्ड आवर अंडरस्टैंडिंग, बट दिस इज नॉट समथिंग अपॉन विच यू विल गेट सस्पिशियस कि भाई ये आदमी ने कुछ गलत काम कर दिया या ऐसा कुछ। आई नीड समथिंग मोर देन दिस, आई नीड मोर इन्फॉर्मेशन टू नो कि एग्जैक्टली क्या चल रहा था फैमिली के अंदर। सो ही आस्क्ड हिम कि और सोचो भाई और क्या हुआ था। एंड देन ही आस्क्ड हिम व्हेन वाज द लास्ट टाइम यू सॉ माय सिस्टर एंड नीस, डिड यू सी एनीथिंग इन देयर बिहेवियर? क्या मेरी बहन या मेरी भांजी कुछ अजीब तरीके से बिहेव कर रही थी? ही सेड नो सर, दे वर वेरी नॉर्मल, वो लोग तो हमेशा से हंसते खाते पीते, उन कभी मैंने कुछ अजीब बिहेव नहीं किया, लेकिन हाँ मैं एक चीज से जरूर नाराज हूँ। तो बरादा ने पूछा क्या, तुम किस चीज से नाराज हो? तो वो कहते हैं कि जब मैडम यहाँ से चली गई थी उन्होंने मुझे एक बार आवाज भी नहीं दिया। ऐसे तो वो जहाँ भी जाती है मुझे रोज बता के जाती है, पर उस दिन मुझे बिना बताए चली गई। तो बरादा वाज अ लिटिल टेकन अबैक, ही आस्क्ड चली गई मतलब किस दिन के बारे में बात कर रहे हो, कब देखा था तुमने उनको लास्ट? हाँ मैंने लास्ट उनको 10 फरवरी को देखा था, जिस दिन सरस्वती पूजा था। सरस्वती पूजा में पूरा फैमिली गए थे, उन्होंने सेलिब्रेट किया, एंड रात के अराउंड 8:30 को मैंने देखा सब लोग गार्डन में बैठ करके खाना पीना खा करके हंस रहे थे, गा रहे थे, सब साथ में बैठ करके इतने मजे कर थे। बट उसके नेक्स्ट सुबह ही तो मैम और जो गुड़िया थी वो लोग तो निकल गए गुवाहाटी के लिए, पर उन्होंने एक बार मुझे आवाज भी नहीं दिया। तो ये चीज मुझे अच्छा नहीं लगा। देन बरदा वाज लाइक What are you talking about? उसके पैरों के तले जमीन खिसक गई। He was like क्या बोल रहे हो, मेरी बहन गुवाहाटी आई थी? And he was like yes, उपेंद्र राजखोवा was the one who had left them at the bus stop. मैं सुबह जब उनसे मिला था मैंने उनको पूछा भी नहीं था। He himself had told me that Madam and Guria has left for Guwahati because soon I am going to retire. So they don't want to stay here. They want to go back to Guwahati and settle our house there. इसलिए वो लोग चले गए। And Bharata was like, no, they all this while they have been here, they have been staying with Upendra. What are you talking about? April क्या, वो लोग तो पूरे समय उपेंद्र के साथ ही थे, वो लोग तो गुवाहाटी आए ही नहीं। And Bigan was like, no, they left on 11 February morning. भैया साहिब खुद छोड़ के आए उनको बस स्टॉप में। And that is when he knew that Upendra Rajpal was playing some kind of dirty game. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I will soon be uploading the second part of this very video in the coming week. Till then, take care. Tada, bye bye.